What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, time to do some laundry. I gotta admit, I was wrong for picking Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to beat Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill for those tag team titles last night on Monday Night Raw. I was wrong. And I know what some of you guys are thinking. Bro, what is wrong with you? You should have known that Bianca and Jade was not losing those titles last night. It just didn't make any sense. Are you smoking something? Are you drinking something? To those last two questions, no. But I get where you guys are coming from. I understand why you would feel that way. But I didn't make that decision off of a knee-jerk reaction, guys. I just didn't make it out of nowhere. So I'm going to tell you guys why I thought that they were going to lose those titles last night. And even though I'm going to give you the details, I'm still going to be wrong. But I'm going to go down. But I'm going to go down fighting, all right? I'm going to go down fighting. Also, I want to talk about who they could possibly lose those titles to. Now, by the way, if you are a huge fan of Jade and Bianca, don't get me wrong. I love Jade and Bianca. I want them to have the longest reign possible. But given to what WWE has been giving us as far as the storyline with these women, them losing the title and them breaking up seems to be in the future. I'm sorry, it's already put in the works. I can tell. You can watch WWE and tell. So, let's start off with the first reason why I thought Jade and Bianca was going to drop them titles last night. For one, it seems like WWE was fast tracking that whole Bianca Belair turning on Jade Cargill situation, especially what we saw last week on Raw. And I'm not going to go through that again. I did that twice in other videos, but I feel like they were fast tracking that, and that Liv and Raquel was going to be the reason why it ultimately happened, right? Now, I get that Triple H like to slow out these stories, stretch them out, and as I like to call him, the slow cooker booker. I get that, and we love that. But I felt like with this one, he was going to go into a different direction. Kind of like when Jey Uso won the Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw off of Braun Breaker. No one thought that was happening. No one thought that. I don't care what anybody say. No one really thought that. There was Jey Uso fans that hoped it happened, but just nobody thought it, right? Seriously. Maybe there are some people who thought it and I haven't talked to them, but whatever. But what I'm talking about is I thought he was going to take a different route with that whole situation. I thought that they were going to expedite that storyline. And on top of that, I really couldn't see them wanting to see Liv Morgan getting pinned because he just won the Crown Jewel Championship. And although we don't care about that title, I thought that WWE would care and to impress or to, kind of do something for Saudi. Like, okay, we're going to protect your Crown Jewel champion for a couple of weeks. So just to have you guys appeased so you guys can keep bringing them checks in. So I thought they would protect Liv Morgan a little bit more and not allow her to get pinned in this match. Now, although I get it, if we look at the size of Liv Morgan compared to the Amazon goddess, okay, the queens, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, it makes sense that they will beat her. They are yoked up. There is no reason why she should even have a fair fight with them at all, in any circumstance, right? So I thought they were going to protect her. But then I also thought that it wouldn't make sense for them to pin Raquel Rodriguez because if they're trying to book her as this enforcer, this believable enforcer, this bodyguard for Liv Morgan, especially after that botched return at Bad Blood, the last thing they need for her to do is to take a pin. Now, for them to play Beat Saber with Rhea Ripley's face, that was a step in the right direction, kind of. But for her to get pinned, that would be like sending her back down. That would be a terrible, terrible decision. And also with them being a part of the Judgment Day, which is a faction that doesn't want to win, right? They like to cheat. That is their brand. There is their logo. That is in their blood. They love cheating to win matches. It would have just made sense for Dominic Mysterio to come in and cost Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair the titles because that would have protected everybody. No one would have really lost by a fair means, right? For lack of a better term. So, whatever. They still won. The last thing is I thought about this. If Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill were to retain those titles last night, which they did, they have nobody else to face. They are laundry detergent, bro. They washed everybody. They watched everything, bro. What team do they have left to face at this point? Is my question. They beat Metaphor twice. They beat Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, which is the Unholy Union. They beat Damage Control, and now Damage Control is a babyface seemingly ever since the return of Dakota Kai. I'm glad Dakota Kai is back. I hope she stays healthy. I hope she does. I really do. And then who else do you have? You look at the main roster, you got Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. They haven't been on TV since before the election. I don't know what happened. I don't know what they revealed about the government, but I have not seen them since before the election. Hopefully they find them, bring them back home, please. I don't watch their Instagram, so maybe they're on there. I know they do stuff with Damian Priest, but that's a whole different story. And then the other group that we have is the Pure Fusion Collective. Now, the record is just as terrible as their name, so it just doesn't make any sense. And they just took a loss last night. So why would we believe that they will get the tag team titles? Now, granted, if you are a tag team and you're on WWE, you have a chance of winning the tag team titles. That is just common sense there. But I just can't see them booking it where it is even believable for them to win against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Everybody they beat multiple times, I can't see where they can just come in and take the titles off of them. So for me, it's like, okay, they ran out of teams. They're out of stock, bro. They on back order right now, okay, when it comes to tag teams. So I thought that would be it. They already washed everybody. And until they restock, they don't need to be holding those tag team titles, which, you know, they should drop them soon and then have that whole situation happen where they break up. Now, the only two teams that I can think of that they can drop the titles to only come from NXT. Only comes from NXT. Now, the one that I'm hoping would happen is to them to lose those titles to Stephanie Vacker and Julia. I would hope that would happen. Right? The other team that I can think of is Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. That could be the other thing. Or, you know what? I'm just thinking of a third team. The two members of Fatal Influence without a title. Right? Because they can make them, you know, they kind of establish Fatal Influence for all three of them having a title. Two of them having a tag team title and one having the Women's Mid-Card Championship. And I think that would be great. The Women's North American title, I'm sorry. I think that would be a good idea. But overall, again, I say all that to say this. I was wrong. I'll admit to it. It is what it is. What do you guys think at the end of the day? Who should they drop the titles to, or should they not drop the titles at all? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much.